Tink, tink, tink. Tink. What's going on, y'all? It's your girl Rose Golden back with another video. Yeah, but before we get into it, okay, I want to say hello. How are we doing? I pray that you are well, and I pray that you are closing or have closed 2021 in a positive manner, and most importantly, a peaceful one, okay? I really hope that you are out there just easing into the new year and releasing any expectations that you might have on yourself about what it means to start or end a year. Before I jump into the video, I do want to take some time to say that it really is my goal on this platform to create content that aids people in their healing journey and also helps them transform into their best self. So if that sounds like you, stick around for a while. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and would love to have you a part of this community. So let's jump into the video. I learned a lot in 2021, like a lot. And looking back, I feel very hopeful right now about the new year. Even though 2021 was what's the word I'm looking for? A shit show? Maybe? Lightly? You know?
That's a lot of damage.
But I'm so grateful, and I wouldn't have had it any other way. So I began a tradition in 2017 that I wanted to share 5 of the main lessons that I learned throughout the year. And let me preface by saying this. Now, these are not lessons that I'm like, okay, I've learned them, I'm good. I can guarantee you that these lessons will show up somewhere in my life again, because maybe there's more things to work out, or maybe there's just another piece of the lesson that I did not fully grasp. So I can accept that 100%. So without further ado, let's get into these lessons of 2021. So the first lesson is, I do not need to accept everything that is given to me as is. Sheesh. So I struggle with this one because, one, this lesson shows the very fine line for me between wanting more in life and having gratitude. And I came to the conclusion that just because I want more for my life does not mean I am not grateful. Now, I will say, I need to up my gratitude practices a lot bit more, and I could be showing a lot more gratitude for what I do have. However, I am allowed, I'm giving myself the permission to be grateful and also want more with my life. And that is 100% okay. And I almost felt guilty that I wanted more. You know, I was like, okay, I have a job. It's not ideal, but I have a job. You know, we are in a pandemic. You know, at least I have one. I have a stable income coming in. I have a car. It's not my ideal car. It's not even my car, but I have a car to drive. You know, I have an apartment. It's awful, but I have an apartment. And, you know, but I should be grateful, right? And it was like, yes. And also, it is okay to want a better apartment. It is okay to want a better car. And not even better, just a car that you don't think is going to blow up or stop working randomly one day, but whatever. And it is also okay to want a job that speaks your language and works with your energy level and works with your time or whatever. And I just felt like I finally gave myself the permission to not accept things. Normally, I would take a very passive stance in my life. I would wait for opportunities to come. I would wait for jobs to come and for people to come. And I would find that once those opportunities or those people or those jobs would come, I would be like, you know, this doesn't quite fit. Although I'm grateful and I'm blessed that it came, what would actually happen if I took small steps to get what I wanted? Or even just acknowledging what it is that I do want. So by the time those opportunities or those jobs do come around, I'm like, okay, this is what I want, and I'm going to accept this. So that one was a little difficult one, but we're making it through. Lesson number 2 is about honoring my commitments. That was something I felt like was very loud for me this year, was about honoring my commitments. So like many people, or I'll just speak for myself and say that I became a little hermit over 2019, 2020 especially, and even this year. And it was very easy for me to kind of bail last minute on plans and just to kind of stay in my little shell. And even when it came to doing favors for people, if anybody asked me to do something or to be somewhere, I would agree at first, and then I would immediately regret it, and I'd be like, why did I do that to myself? So there's kind of two parts with this lesson. The one part is, if I make a commitment, honor that commitment, or if I'm being asked to make a commitment and I don't think that I can do it, then don't do it at all. I don't have to do it all. It's okay to say no. Another part of that as well is honoring my commitments to myself. I'm still getting there for this one, I will say, but why is it that I would set a goal, I would say I was going to do something, and I didn't do it? Why, or this year, I asked myself the question, why is it so easy for me to bail on my commitments that I made to myself? Why do I need somebody else involved to stay committed to that commitment? You know? So I feel like this year, or I will say going into next year, if I'm setting a goal, or if I'm telling myself I'm not going to do something, or I'm telling myself that I am going to do something, honor that. And also making sure that I am not biting off more than I can chew and saying no to certain things. Lesson number 3 is keep some things to your damn self. Keep some things to yourself. Keep some things to yourself. Oh my goodness. This was the first year that I actually put this one into action. When I say keep some things to yourself, just a personal example, I have been working on a project for the past 2 years, which I'm very, very, very excited to launch. But I was telling a lot of people in the beginning. You know, I would kind of tell anybody who would listen about it, and I think there was a piece of me that was looking for that approval for that idea. When I knew it was a good idea, I knew that God had placed that idea in me, and I knew that I was going to do it, but I still was looking for that, oh my God, that sounds amazing, or yeah, I would totally engage with that. But I just kind of would tell everyone, and it got to a point where I literally felt a heaviness around the idea, and I almost didn't want to do it. There were several times where I kept saying I didn't want to do it, or there were even certain people that I was about to tell, and something in me was just like, mm-mm. And it's nothing against them at all. You know, they're all great people, but it was more of instead of just telling them about it, why not just wait and show them? You know what I mean? So, you know, it was more about protecting myself and also about protecting that project. We live in a generation or a society where, you know, if you didn't post it, it didn't happen. Well, I can say that it did.
You go, girl. You go, girl. You go, girl.
And I felt very at peace not posting about some of the things that happened this year, and not feeling the pressure to post about all of my, you know, accomplishments for the year. You know, I had to really ask myself and check my intentions and why I was doing certain things. So that was something that I felt like I learned or am learning this year, and I'm finding the importance in keeping some things to my damn self. Number 4. Number 4 is do not put all of your eggs in one basket. Child, we've heard this a million times. We've heard this a million times, but we still do it. I'll say we. I mean me. I still do it all of the time. With jobs, with relationships, with everything. This was the first year I learned, do not put all of your eggs in one basket. This pandemic has taught any of us anything, is that these jobs are not as stable as we think they are. Things are going to happen. The world is chaotic as hell right now. So the fact that I'm choosing to put all of my eggs into one basket is not wise. To me, this year I learned that having one income is way too close to having none. I'm gonna run that back. Having one income is way too close to having none. Girl, use your skills, use your talents, use your gifts. That's why you have them. Give them away. Damn. Oh my goodness. And again, I felt empowered by that. I have a choice to not stay tied down to this one job. I have a skill in content creation. Use that skill, boo. People are going to pay for that. It's okay. I have a skill in photography. Use that skill, boo. It's okay. People are going to pay for that. So, hey, that one got me worked up a lot because, again, and I say this again and again, but I'm going to keep saying it. But the reason why I'm so energetic about it is because I just feel like these lessons to me are making me feel so empowered. So empowered that, again, I have a choice in what I do with my time, with my energy, all of that. But that one was crazy. That one was good though. But yes, don't put all of your eggs in one basket. That was lesson number 4. Baby, lesson number 5 is small action is what matters. I'm still working on this one. Again, but this is something that came up a lot this year. And I can say that I feel like I got a lot done this year because of keeping this one in mind. So here's what I mean by this one. And self-explanatory, you know what I'm saying? But there were that project, again, that I keep talking about, or not talking about, is a big project. It's a very big project, and I felt like I had it in my brain for about 2 years. And I'm somebody who looks at things large, and I see things very big, and it took me this year to finally break it down into small actionable steps. What are things that I can do today that are going to move the needle? What are things that I can do each week that's going to move the needle? So it's like, instead of thinking like I have to get all of this done in 1 month, it was like, no, it's okay to start with research. It's okay to begin with brain dumping. Like that counts. What are all of the tasks that you need to get done? Put them down on a piece of paper. That counts. That's moving the needle forward. That is a small piece of action that is still working toward a larger goal. This was the year that I made reaching my goals not as scary. And I made reaching my goals a little bit more realistic. Yeah. Definitely small action is what matters. All right, y'all. Well, that's it. That's all I got for my lessons for 2021. I hope you enjoyed the video. And if you resonated with anything that was said today, with any of the videos, if you felt like you also had any of those common themes, I would love to hear about it. Make sure you drop a comment, hit that like button. That helps me out. That helps you out. Share it with a friend. Anything. Also, if you want to hit me in the DMs on Instagram, you can DM me at It's Rose Golden. And again, would love to hear any comments that you have about this video. I believe in you. I love you. And I'm gonna see you soon. Peace. That was good. Look at my eyebrows. Feeling good. It's a vibe. We ball? Are we balling? Okay, we're done.